ladies and gentlemen, they are waiting for Trump to finish his term because they are going to pounce on him like you won't believe. He got so many lawsuits just sitting and waiting in New York. This is why he wants to relocate to Florida and all this talk about leaving the country and all that nonsense. Well, they don't care. They are going to still come after him. So this came out on Raw Story, November 13th, 2020. Trump warned by ex-Manhattan prosecutor that subpoenas and seizures await him after presidency. According to a report from the Washington Post, Donald Trump is looking at a world of legal hurt after he steps down. Wow. Willing or not, next January, when the former vice president, Joe Biden, assumes the presidency, while New York Attorney General Letitia James has already gone on record and served notice that her department is looking into what she called an investigation against the Trump organization related to financial impropriety, and that investigation is ongoing. The Times is reporting that Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus R. Vance Jr. is still awaiting the president's tax returns, which could be the key to criminal charges. Well, according to Michael Cohen, it is, with the Post report noting after January 20th, Mr. Trump, who has refused to concede and is fighting to hold on to his office, will be more vulnerable than ever to a pending grand jury investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney into the president's family's business and its practices, as well as his taxes. The report goes on to point out that Mr. Vance's inquiry could take an outsized importance if the incoming Biden administration, in seeking to unify the country and avoid appearances of retaliation against Mr. Trump, shies away from the federal investigation. Now, Trump is doing all this talk about pardoning himself and his family. Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if Trump goes down, I think his kids will have to go down with them. The report points out that the Democrat, Vance, may face pressure to give the president and his family a pass, fearing it will look like partisan retribution after previously being criticized for his 2012 decision not to seek an indictment against Mr. Trump's children, Ivanka Trump and Don Trump Jr., after they were accused of misleading investors in a condo hotel project. Yeah, they bilked millions out of investors. I remember when that happened. They really should have went to jail because the condo hotel, y'all, was all fraudulent. They should have went to jail. Did it to get some easy money. And being that they carried the Trump name, it was easy for them to get, people to donate to them. But that whole thing was a scam. With new intervention that could come back to haunt him at election time if he let the Trump family off the hook again. According to, let me just go down a little. Okay, Vance has been the wild card here, he explained. There is very little that even a new administration that wants to let bygones be bygones could do formally to stop him. The district attorney inquiry, which began the summer of 2018, was the first thought to focus on hush money payments made on the behalf of Mr. Trump just days before the 2016 presidential election to an adult film star, which we know as Stormy Daniels. But the subpoena for Trump's tax returns underscore an apparent greater focus on potential tax crimes, which tax experts, former prosecutors, and defense lawyers agree can be among the toughest cases for the government to win at trial. According to Daniel Horowitz, who prosecuted tax fraud cases, Trump and his family have one thing going for them: the complexity of a tax case when brought before jurors. The prosecutor need a smoking gun, or they need something to flip, he explains. However, as Daniel Alfonso, who served as Vance's top deputy from 2010 to 2014, explained, Trump will not like the time and money he will be spending defending himself once out of office. Yeah, he sure won't. There are subpoenas and seizures and documents all over the place, as well as constant meetings with lawyers, Alfonso's, he warned. So it would certainly not be pleasant for him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, let's be real. They do give a free pass to people like Donald Trump in this country. And we'll see. Part of me think they will do something. They're going to have to act because of the amount of money that's involved. But we will see. We will see. It's not unusual for them to try to let him off the hook. We know it's possible because this is how America is ran. They get certain people out of everything, and others got to go to jail for the most minute thing. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.